start in English and then we'll get to French after.
How did you like your team's level of focus and execution pretty much from the get-go?
Loved it. I think playing against quote-unquote bad teams or teams missing players has been a problem. Consistency. I think almost every time we've been ready against like the top seeds, and our record against them shows it. But we've also been bad against below 0.500 teams, and I mean tonight, in my opinion, we had to make a statement and show our progress. Am I right?
You studied with Shaolin monks in China this summer. How has mindfulness practice affected you as a basketball player and also just as a person?
It's been a really interesting experience because, one of the main factors was people don't speak English over there, or French, obviously. So, what I could understand from their teachings was really, I had to really interpret that, And, it's helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot, especially in a year 2025, where I had to grow a lot and reflect on myself, so that was helpful in that way.
It's not very often we see 25 points by somebody in the quarter. What got you rolling, and what's that feeling like when you're in that kind of groove?
It feels right. What got me going is honestly proving myself a point, proving my team a point. Because I'm not, as I said before, I'm not worried about us, I'm not worried about me against good teams, but history has showed that I need to be worried about us against teams like this. So, we don't just talk about what we need to do, we need to actually act.
Obviously, Mitch is one game away from coaching his first All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Since he assumed this role, whether you want to say at the beginning of last season or officially this season, what have you seen from him just as a leader, as a basketball mind, and how has he kind of helped you this season especially?
I think he's always been really on point with what he tells us, Obviously, as a coach, you can't, you haven't got 2-3 minutes in timeout or less than that, to explain, so you gotta go straight to the point, and I think he's been really efficient in that way. I think he doesn't talk for nothing, that's a great quality, and he's had this almost from day one, so that forces respect, and results show that he deserves to be the All-Star coach, and because not only results but also managing all this coaching staff and this team, it's a lot.
Nick, you had that's the second fewest minutes we've seen you have a 40-10 game, 40-12. But I'm curious, when you're rolling like that, do you want to stay in the game longer to continue to step on the other team's neck and also to see where you can push your own limits of what you can do, where you can get to? Or is this the sort of game where minutes restriction, you don't mind it because it's long?
I don't mind both ways, of course I'm ready to go back on the court. I was also pushing to go back, but they did the right choice by keeping me on the bench. We gotta think long term. But yeah, this kind of games you gotta have, the greed. Every game you have to have this greed, to want more every time. Because, at all times, it doesn't matter who's on the court, there's somebody who's gonna want to stop you from doing what you're doing out there. So you gotta be greedy.
Is this the game where you feel like, if I was out there, I could have gone through 60. Do you play that game?
Of course. I know it, but I also know we gotta be fresh for tomorrow. We gotta make another statement tomorrow. So, it's a team game at the end of the day. What the real stat that matters is the W or the L.
Do you expect to have that same grade on Sunday in the All-Star game, and do you expect better defense on Sunday?
For sure. For sure.
You gonna play tomorrow, by the way?
Am I going to play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Of course. Why not? Why wouldn't I?
Is that a scary moment for you guys with Steph, the fall that he took?
Of course. I mean, he's not a guy that we're used to seeing stay on the ground that long. So every second that passed, I was a little more worried. But I mean, he's also one of the toughest guys I know, so I'm pretty confident he's going to come back quick.
Vic, when you talked about wanting to make the All-Star game more competitive and how you're going to play harder, why is that important to you, especially when the league has been trying to find ways to fix it? And how much is that motivated by just going against Mitch?
Am I for sure going against him?
Well, probably eventually, we'll see.
That comes from the fact, I ain't gonna lie, that comes from the fact that I've seen the All-Star game and obviously it hasn't been competitive. And I've always thought myself that if I was in there, I'm never stepping onto the court to lose, or not caring. Like, just like at home, never stepping into a board game, not caring if I'm going to lose, So I'm thinking it's okay to lose. So I'll be out there, I might as well win.
I'm going to take a couple more in French right here. We don't got any more time for English. Sorry, right here.
Victor, on attaque, il a rencontre vraiment à fond. Même façon d'équipe, il manquait tous les leaders. Pas de pitié dans ces cas-là.
Non, pas de pitié, mais comme j'expliquais plus tôt, on a été assez inconsistant contre les équipes en dessous de 50% de victoire. Donc aujourd'hui, fallait. Pour moi, je voulais prouver quelque chose, me prouver quelque chose à moi-même, prouver quelque chose à mon équipe. Que voilà, les grandes équipes, elles font pas la différence. Et je disais, il faut rien vouloir lâcher tous les soirs, peu importe qui est sur le terrain. Il y a quelqu'un qui va nous faire du mal en face. Donc, il faut pas baisser le pied faut pas enlever le pied de l'accélérateur.
Petite relance sur Los Angeles, tu vas avoir un petit peu de temps libre dans la ville. Je sais pas si c'est la première fois que c'est le cas. Est-ce qu'il y a des choses qui t'intéressent tu vas avoir le temps de faire pour une fois?
Non, c'est pas la première fois, mais oui, effectivement, il y a des choses qui m'intéressent, mais je vais pas les dire parce que c'est mon point perso.
Thanks, Vic.
Merci.
Appreciate you guys. We'll have Mitch in here in a second.